Ladies and gentlemen, back in 2012, a suspect test was held in order to determine the fate of Black Kyurem. Black Kyurem, a Pokemon whose stat total totals out to 700, is a complete monster, and to be totally honest, it is probably one of the most underused threat in the OU metagame. This thing is scary, it's got pretty good coverage, it's got a great special attack stat too. I don't know why people just look at the attack stat. I mean, base 120, that's nothing to shy at, ladies and gentlemen. That should be considered threatening, if anything. I mean, geez, what, we use Latias sometimes too, which has, what, base 110, I believe? I mean, come on. Seriously, Black Kyurem's got a higher special attack stat than Latias, so... I made this team based around Black Kyurem, Shell Smash Black Kyurem, exactly. Pretty much how this team works is you set up a Shell Smash, you pass it into Black Kyurem, the game is over. So, I had this match against my friend, Jacob, Mr. NintendoFanMan. Yeah, I know I skipped a couple turns. He's just going to go for the Willow to burn my Amoonguss. Kind of annoying just because I'm not going to get my Black Sludge recovery. But I do have Regenerator to, I guess, make up for that. As I'm going to go for the Stun Spore. I didn't want him throwing out his designated Sleep Water because I know some people do that. They'll just throw out whatever they want to go to sleep. So that's why I went for Stun Spore here. Because I want to choose what I want to put to sleep later. However, he just stays in. I'm going to go for the Giga Drain. He does not make a bad play there by going for the Vault Switch because I was actually considering him just hard switching out. Possibly, you know, predicting the Giga Drain into something that could take it. So anyways, he's going to go out into his Sableye here. The taunt is very, very obvious because that's really the only thing he can do to me because I'm already burned. So I'm going to go out into my Politoed here. This is an offensive Politoed. It is a Choice Scarf Politoed. It's the same one Mac uses on his Azukill team. So it's got Surf, Ice Beam, Psychic, and Perish Song. So I'm just going to go right for the safe Surf because looking at his team, nothing was really going to appreciate it. Even though Rotom Wash is around half-ish, it's going to get 2-hit KO'd by my Surf if it switches in. So Rotom Wash can't safely switch into this Surf. So he's going to go out into his T-Tar here. I'm seeing leftovers. I'm guessing he's a bit more specially defensive. I'm not entirely sure just because it didn't take that Surf too well. But then again, I am an offensive Politoed. And to be honest, I don't really know a lot of calcs for offensive Politoed off the top of my head. So predicting him to go for the Stealth Rocks here, predicting my switch, I'm going to go out into my Fortress because I can always threaten with a Rapid Spin because I don't want these hazards here because I have a Black Kyurem, ladies and gentlemen. I need that as much health as possible. So I figured he was going to want to go into his Sableye, which is why I went for the Rocks here. But it turns out he just ends up going out into his Stoutland. Not a big deal because I can't go out into my physically defensive Amoonguss. I know I can take one Fire Fang if he has it, which it turns out he does. He does end up missing. I really don't know how much that mattered, to be honest. But I figured here he is going to predict me to go out into my Politoed, you know, to want to get out the rain, and not only that, but to resist. So I'm figuring he's more than likely going to want to go into his T-Tar. Maybe he forgot that switching is based off of the base speed, so even though he would have brought in his T-Tar, I still would have gotten my rain up in the end because Stoutland is faster than Moonguss by a mile, especially in the sand. So knowing that, like I just said before, I am just going to go for the safe Spore. I do get the T-Tar to sleep. Definitely a nice thing because it means it's pretty much useless and all you can really do now is just kind of throw it in to set up the sand, which is better for me. So here, I can't really do much to a T-Tar, even though I do have Giga Drain. It's not going to be doing jack diddly because I am a defensive Amoonguss and T-Tar's got good special defense in the sand. So he's going to switch on to his Bronzong as I'm actually going to switch on my Politoed, just wanting to get, you know, the rain back up, and not only that, but I can hit that sleeping T-Tar with a Surf. So, I don't want to take a Toxic. This thing might have Grass Knot for some random reason. I don't know. He's pulled that on me before, as you guys will see in another video of mine. But I'm just going to go out into my Fortress. I figure it's the safest thing against this Bronzong because I am specially defensive for 1. And not only that, but if he's packing like EQ or Gyro Ball, that's not going to be doing anything because I am physically defensive and I'm a Fortress. So let's be honest here. So I figured he's more than likely going to want to bring in the Sableye, not wanting me to spin his rocks. So I'm going to predict that. I'm going to go right for the Vault Switch here, as I believe I ended up switching into my Politoed, if I remember correctly. Yes, I do end up switching into my Politoed because I can threaten this thing out with rain boosted Surfs, which is always a great thing. So I know there's nothing he can really do to me, so I know he's going to switch out. He is going to go out into his Rotom Wash, and like I said before, this thing really cannot switch into a Surf. It really cannot switch into a Surf after Stealth Rocks damage, so as you guys are about to see, this Surf is going to be an easy 2-hit KO. As, yeah, it really just does not take that well at all. So, because I am Scarfed, I will be able to outspeed him next turn. And that takes care of the Rotom Wash. And to be honest, that's going to be the last life claimed by something that is not Black Kyurem. So, he's going to go out into his Alakazam now. I didn't want to take a Psychic or anything like that because, yeah, that's it's something, you know, Polytoad, especially an offensive one, won't appreciate taking. But it turns out he's running Energy Ball, which is kind of unusual. I guess I won't knock it. I mean, to each his own, I suppose. So I know my Fortress can sit in here and just take those for days because I quad resist and I'm especially defensive. And I think it's doing about as much as leftovers is giving me. If not, I am recovering. So I'm just going to go for the Rapid Spin here. If you wanted to switch out into Sableye, great. I could just Vault Switch when he brought it in if he wanted to go for Taunt or Will-O-Wisp, whatever he wanted to do to me. So here, I do believe I end up going for the Vault Switch again because I don't know, I couldn't stay in. I can't really do much. This Fortress carries Stealth Rock, Spikes, Rapid Spin, and Vault Switch. And this is literally the beginning of the end, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to go out into my Gorbis here. And this one has Shell Smash, Baton Pass, and Substitute. So I am all set to go. I'm going to go for a Shell Smash here. Gorbis actually has really nice natural bulk. So even if you want to go for something like a Gyro Ball or an EQ if he was carrying it, I don't have to worry about it because, again, Gorbis has just got some really nice natural bulk going on. But he's going to make a crucial misplay here. He's going to go right for the Toxic. As, according to Smogon, I got the set off Smogon, you're supposed to carry Hydration on this thing, which is exactly what I'm going to do here. And because it's the end of the turn and we're in the rain, my status ailment will be cured. And now here, this is the pivot turn of the match. If he had gone out into his Sableye, I'm going to tell you right now, Black Kyurem would not have swept this man's team off because this is his misplay right here. I'm going to be able to get up a Substitute. And because he is guaranteed one turn of sleep, I can go for the Baton Pass, ladies and gentlemen. I'm at +2 attack. I'm at +2 spec attack. I'm at +2 speed. There's only one thing that is possibly going to get this passed into. Need I say any more? Ladies and gentlemen, the nightmare that is Smash Pass behind a sub, Black Kyurem. Let me talk about the spread, because basically from here on out it's Black Kyurem destroying lives. So, this is a custom spread I made. I'm a mild nature with max special attack. I think I have 156 in speed and the rest goes in attack. The reason I have 156 in speed is because this allows me to outpace Timid Choice Scarf Latios. I also am holding a Barbie Berry, if I'm pronouncing it correctly. It's the berry that lowers the super effectiveness of steel. And the reason I have that one over a Chople is because I have more stuff to handle Breloom than I do Scizor. Scizor's Bullet Punch becomes a 2-hit KO instead of a 1-hit KO, and even then, Scizor's Bullet Punch can't naturally OHKO a Black Kyurem here. So he's gonna go out and do his Alex exam. I'm actually surprised here. It's Scarf that is the only reason he was able to outspeed me, because like I just said before, I have enough speed investment to outpace a Latios. And basically, why was this thing dropped down? I mean, look, he has nothing. Nothing is taking this thing on. I have a mix set. I am Dragon Claw, Fusion Bolt, Earth Power, and Ice Beam. I could run Focus Blast. I should, to be honest, because then nothing would stop this thing. As you're gonna see, Earth Power's not even gonna be able to take this thing out. But I just don't want to miss. It's honestly the only reason I am not running Focus Blast. If I ran Focus Blast on this thing, nothing in this whole tier would be safe. This is honestly... Why, Smogon? Why did you let this thing drop? I understand that it has a quote-unquote bad move pool. I get that, but in a situation like that, what is someone supposed to do? Honestly. He had nothing on his team. Once I got that thing set up, nothing on his team was safe. It was game from that point on. I've been laddering with this team. I think I've played all of 10 matches or so. This thing just destroys house. Nobody's prepared for it. But it's just... Why, Smogon? Why? Anyways, good game, Jacob. I hope you guys enjoyed. Black Kyurem is a threat, ladies and gentlemen. I had to showcase this. I really wanted to showcase this team because, I don't know, I don't see enough love for Black Kyurem, and I actually like it. Character design and all. So, with that, I hope this match will hold you guys over, and I will see you guys later. So until then, guys, bye.